I hope you're doing really well. It's Sunday. I had my surgery Tuesday, and I am sitting in bed, but I got up today. I got out of the house a little while, and I feel pretty good. I got some really good questions from you guys, and I thought I would kind of address them as best I can. So my surgery, as I mentioned in the other videos, it was a rhinoplasty, septoplasty, bone spur removal, turbinate reduction, and then he removed what they call the dorsal hump, which most Middle Eastern people have. So that should be gone. It'll be interesting to see when the cast is off. So I don't know if you can tell. It feels a little different to me, but it is very swollen. I still have some like yellowing under the eyes. Forgive my skin looking gross, but whatever. So I had some questions. One was how I picked my doctor, and it's kind of an interesting question. I have tons of allergies, so I see an allergist locally, and I live in a kind of a medium-sized city in Virginia. And I also had to go see an ENT about my breathing issues and my ear problems. So yeah, I'm just a mess. But aside from being a mess, I went to this ENT and he scoped my nose and he saw all this blockage and he mentioned that a rhinoplasty would be a good idea, septoplasty, all this turbinate reduction, all this stuff. But he didn't want to do the cosmetic aspect of it, and he thought it would be pointless for me to do just the breathing issues if I wanted a rhinoplasty too. So he referred me to Dr. Stephen Park, who is he's a professor at UVA, and he is world renowned, famous, the best on the East Coast, all this stuff. So I went to meet him, and he was kind of not so complimentary, which, okay. He was already going to have my business. I already know I had a large nose. But anyway, so we had an interesting sort of session talking about it and stuff. And I said, well, I'm going to do it. And then it took a couple weeks to get on his schedule because he's very, very busy. He is an ENT plastic surgeon, so he specifically works in the field of fixing your breathing problems and then cosmetic issues too, but mostly the breathing stuff. And in my case, it was complicated surgery because of the breathing issues. So I'm really, really glad that I went to him. It'll be interesting to see how it looks, but so far I'm really pleased with his staff and all his residents and just the care I got in that office. It was really, really good. Someone asked how much it cost, and I can kind of go over that, but it's kind of complicated. My insurance covered all of the breathing issues. So I don't even know how much that aspect of it cost, but it covered all of that part and the anesthesia for that part of the surgery. I had to pay for the anesthesia for the part of the surgery that was cosmetic and, of course, the surgery itself. So I ended up paying $6,800, which is kind of nuts. But I had, a couple years ago, had an appointment with Dr. Nadiri, who's in Northern Virginia. He seems to see a lot of Persian people. So I thought he might be a really good option for me, but he was $13,000. So I just put it on the back burner and stopped thinking about it because I thought that was unrealistic. So I thought it was a pretty good price. So the motorcycle my husband and I have considered buying is now put on hold, but that's okay because this needed to be done. I should have done it 20 years ago. So that was what I ended up paying. I think that depending on where you live, there's such a range of what rhinoplasty costs and, also any cosmetic surgery, Botox and things like that. The range is very wide, and it's just good to ask around and get reviews and opinions and read a lot about the doctors. My doctor was extremely confident in his abilities, and I will say he said maybe I would breathe the first day after the surgery, and I thought that sounds crazy. Everyone says you're so swollen, and I did breathe a little. So, so far so good, knock on wood. It's going to be really interesting to see it tomorrow out of the cast. And also to wear makeup again because, frankly, I really miss it. But my experience over the course of this week has been interesting. It's kind of kicked my ass, excuse my language, but I didn't expect to be in bed most of the week. I kind of thought, a couple days, then I'll be up and moving around and maybe I'll even get on the treadmill. It is not happening. Hopefully soon, because I do sort of feel lethargic from being so lazy. But I've also been on a painkiller. I haven't taken it as much today. It was called, I think, Narco something. I don't know, but it was a mild narcotic with Tylenol, and that's, what I've been given, and it was sufficient. I didn't need anything more, and that was good. So, yeah, overall, today I felt a lot better. I went for a ride with my family and felt good enough to run into the military exchange. I did feel very strange walking around like this. I kind of wish I had a paper bag on my head, but hey, I'm talking to you, and God knows how many views this will get, so obviously other people are seeing me in bandages. Yeah, so that's kind of the update. I will try to do a video tomorrow when I don't have a bandage, because I am kind of excited to see what it'll look like, but be warned, as I understand it, it's going to look swollen, crazy, and it takes about a year to see the final result, but I'm hoping in a month or so it's going to look pretty fabulous. That would be pretty cool. So, all right, thank you so much. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.